Hey everyone, good evening. How do they say it here? They say Kalinikta. Oh, if you Greek and you on this video with me and I just jacked up good night, so sorry. I'm so sorry. But good night. In the part of the world that I'm in, it is about 8:30. My time, 8:30 p.m. The sun is still out shining brightly. There are some long days. These are some long days and some short nights here, but I've appreciated it because it has kept me going. Like the sun will come up and I'm like, okay, I'm sleepy, but it's time to get moving because the sun is out. So thank you to Europe for having long days and short nights. I'm standing in front of the video, Lord, I am standing in front of the video, but I'm standing in front of my window so I can get that view one more time before we leave. Today is our last day here in Europe, our last day in Greece. We have been overseas for 2.5 weeks. We have traveled to 5 different countries in 2.5 weeks. We have gotten on a lot of airplanes. My daughter said, Mom, we have traveled every mode of transportation on this trip. And she was right. So we caught a flight from Tampa to New York. That's 1. From New York to Barcelona. That's 2. Then we got on a boat, a cruise. And on the cruise, we went to Genoa, Italy, Marseille, France, and then back to Barcelona. Then we got on the airplane from Barcelona after spending a couple of days there to Amsterdam. That's 3. And then from Amsterdam to Athens. That's 4. Then we flew to Santorini. So from Athens to Santorini, that's 5. From Santorini back to Athens, that's 6. Then tomorrow, to fly out of here, we are leaving from Athens to Atlanta. That's 7. And then from Atlanta to Tampa, that is 8. 8 airplanes, a cruise ship. And then as we explored the city, we did the buses. We did like the tour buses. We did the city bus in Amsterdam. We did the train in Amsterdam. We did a little trolley train in Marseille, France. We've done taxis. I guess the only thing we didn't do was like a scooter or a bicycle. So this has been a phenomenal, busy, cramped, crowded trip. I cannot tell you the next time I'll be here because Europe was dope, but I don't want to come back for a while. I want to go see other places. I've wanted to travel my entire life, and I've done, stuff in the Caribbean. We've done Mexico. We've done Puerto Rico. We've done Canada. We've done places in the U.S. This is my first time, my very first time crossing a whole ocean to get to a location. And I never went because I couldn't afford to go. Like taking a family of 5 to all of these different countries it's not cheap. Now, granted, we got a good deal because we went with a group. But still, by the time you talk about food and you talk about lodging and you're talking about souvenirs, and these kids wanted souvenirs in every country we visited, it can be pricey. So with all of the real life responsibilities, paying bills, and there's always a bill. There's always a bill. Like always a bill. Like, I didn't see how it could happen. And then I started following this woman on YouTube. Well, no, I didn't meet her through YouTube. Probably through Facebook, a Facebook advertisement. But I've been following her for years. Tiffany, the Budgetnista Aliche, and I'm sure some of you know her. She started teaching me about budgeting and having different accounts for different things that you're trying to do. One of the accounts that she set up was a travel account. And she said there were some things she just didn't do because she wanted to travel. And I was like, that's dope. So instead of spending my money here, I could take that same amount of money every paycheck, put a piece of it aside, this travel account, save up, and go on the trip that I want to go on. And that's what I did for the last 2 years. I put $250 a check into a travel account. It was automated, so I didn't even think about it. And after a while, I didn't even miss it. And that money was able to pay for airline tickets, the cruise that we went on, the food that we ate. Between my husband and I, we were able to pull this thing off. And what I thought was once impossible, with a little bit of patience, with a little bit of discipline, with a little bit of planning, we were able to literally travel the world, right? Or travel half of the world. What a blessing. And it has inspired me greatly. And now I'm like so amped and motivated to keep traveling to other parts of the world. And I want to go to places that people don't really, they don't go to. Not the everyday person. Like, I don't want to go to the traditional tourist place. We want to go places that are off the beaten path, where we can explore and experience something that we never would have. And we want to do it as a family. How cool is that? You know, and it's possible because I still contribute without fail, now $300 a paycheck, to be able to travel. Like, the older I'm getting, there are people who I went to high school with who passed on. I'm only 39. There are people my husband has gone to school with, he's 43, that have passed on. They've died. Some from like stuff that you wouldn't expect it, you know? Life is so short. The older I'm getting, the more I realize how short it is. And I don't want to keep waiting until the perfect time to do something, because it might not ever come. I don't think there'll ever be a perfect time to do anything. No perfect time to get married. No perfect time to have children. No perfect time to travel. No perfect time to do whatever it is that you have a heart or a desire or a passion to do. And fear and just sheer ignorance. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean that just you don't know what you don't know. Sometimes those things will keep you from experiencing some really amazing things in life. And it might not be travel for you. It might be something completely different. But I think as humans, we all have those bucket list things that we want to do. And we think about it in terms of one day or someday. But if we're really honest with ourselves, if we're not making any real moves or steps towards that, it's not going to happen. But it can. It can, with one step at a time. You might not know how to do all of the things, but if you know how to do one of the things, you do that one thing. And then you do something else, and then you do something else. And then I feel like you're one step closer to where it is you want to be. Am I where I want to be in my life? Was this experience the end all be all of everything? Maybe not for somebody else, but for me, this was huge. This is something that I've wanted to do for 20 years, or almost 20 years, that I didn't think was possible. And here I am in Athens, Greece, at 8-something at night, talking about how long the days are, looking at the Parthenon and the Acropolis from my window. And I'm not rich. I'm not a wealthy person. I do pretty well, but I'm not wealthy. We're not wealthy yet financially. We are wealthy in so many other ways. So let me make sure I preface that. But we're no different than anybody else. This year has been a year that I am preparing for my 40th birthday, and I'm determined to go into that chapter of my life. Man, taking the training wheels off and just going for it. And if you know me, if you've ever met me, you know that I'm a very driven, a very goal-oriented person. But I don't want to just do stuff to do stuff. I don't want to keep, what do they call it? The rat race, that whole, hamster wheel type of situation, trying to attain things that make you feel important, material things. In this season of my life, I want to experience life. I want to be in the moment. I want to experience and be present in that. I don't want to be running after the next highest paying job or running after the next car or house or purse or shoes, and if that's your thing, I'm not knocking you. That's what motivates you, go for it. That's not what I want anymore. I want this. I want to carve out as many beautiful, rare adventures that I can have in this life, because I only got one. I only got one. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel. It really is about life being a classroom, and every lesson that I'm learning, I feel compelled to share, because people share with me, and the things that they've shared, I have taken hold of, and it has helped me. It's moved me through life. It has helped me to become the woman that I am, and I am proud of the woman that I am. But that's because there were other women in my life who spoke into me, who shared their journey, who shared lessons with me, so that I can glean from their wisdom, learn from their mistakes, apply the things that they have learned to move my life from one place, one glory to another, from one level to another. I want to be able to pay that forward. I want to be able to have conversations with other women where they share with us the pearls of wisdom that they have gathered in health and wellness, in finances, in entrepreneurship, in parenting, in being a Christian, being a woman of faith in a society that is not friendly to her faith. Like, this is a space for women of God, from all walks of life, from all countries, from any place around the world, who just wants some advice, some tips, some kind of assurance that you're not alone. You're not by yourself. The things that you're experiencing as a wife, as a mother, other women are experiencing it too. As a woman, other women are experiencing it too. So thank you for watching. If you've been tuning in the last few weeks as I've been sharing about this journey, I'll record another video where I kind of give you some advice that I've gathered from these 2.5 weeks of traveling. There's a lot of things that we did that went really well, and a lot of things we did that didn't go so well, that I would love to share with you to kind of help you navigate if you decide this is something that you want to do with your family. If I can do it, so can you. So God bless you richly. May He keep you in perfect peace. And until the next video, bye.